Alright guys, this rant, the browser that became the OS, okay? We've heard this before. Anybody who remembers the Internet Explorer will recognize this story. And it's history repeating itself. But here we go. Let's talk about something that's been bubbling under the surface for a while now. It's finally blowing up in public because what Microsoft has done with the Windows 11, it's not just annoying, it's not just inconvenient, it's not just anti-competitive, it's architectural. Where along the line Windows stopped being an operating system and started being Chromium-powered delivery platform. And the browser Edge didn't just become default app, it became the spine of the entire OS. And when your browser becomes the operating system, you don't get a choice. You get capture. Why Windows 11 breaks so easily? Here's the part most people don't realize. Windows 11 doesn't just use Edge. Windows 11 depends on Edge. The Chromium engine inside Edge powers Copilot, widgets, Microsoft Store, settings pages, login flow, Outlook, Teams, File Explorer panel, Web View 2 apps, identify dialogues, even part of the taskbar. So when Edge updates, when it does every 7 days, half of the OS effectively updates with it. That's why your system freezes. That's why your buttons stop responding. That's why login screens glitch. That's why your old hardware feels like it's on fire. It's not Windows being Windows, it's Chromium being forced into a job it was never designed to do. Now here's the kicker, and this one is where your instinct is dead on. When you install Chrome or Firefox or Brave or any other Opera, you're not replacing Edge. You're stacking another full browser engine on top of the one Windows already needs to function. So your system ends up running Edge and Edge's Chromium engine because the OS requires it. Your browser engine because you prefer it. That means double GPU load, double RAM usage, double background processes, double power draw, double sandboxing overhead on your modern machine. You might notice on a 2016 Intel laptop, it feels like the CPU is screaming for mercy. Linux doesn't do this. Windows 10 didn't do this. Windows 11 does. Because Windows 11 is built around a browser. There is where we go back to the old Internet Explorer browser, because that's exactly what Internet Explorer did. When they were told they had to separate the two, they couldn't, because it was the operating system, quite frankly and honestly. And now, finally, the browser vendors have had enough. The Browser Choice Alliance just pushed or published an open letter telling Microsoft enough is enough. Stop forcing Edge into every corner of Windows. Stop making browser switching intentionally painful. Stop breaking the rules of fair competition. This isn't about pop-ups or nag screens. This isn't about try Edge, it's faster. This is about system-level integration that makes every other browser feel like a second-class citizen. Because they are. Windows 11 architecturally hostile and hostile alternatives, and the industry is calling it out. This is where the sovereignty theme hits hard. A sovereign system serves the user. A captured system serves the platform. Windows 11 serves telemetry, cloud hooks, Microsoft account integration, edge retention, Microsoft services, ad delivery, subscription funnels. And the users get whatever stability is left after the platform takes its cut. That's why Linux feels like fresh air. It's not trying to monetize you. It's not trying to funnel you into a browser. It's not trying to be a web platform. It's just trying to be an operating system. On Linux, you pick your browser, you pick your desktop, you pick your tools. Nothing forced, nothing is tied to a single engine. Nothing punishes you for switching. Your system isn't dragged to a second browser. Your engine isn't your system isn't dragging a second browser engine behind it like a dead horse or a dead moose. Your CPU isn't melting because the web engine is pretending to be a system shell. Linux feels clean because it is clean. We've seen this before. Internet Explorer became integrated, too essential, too unavoidable, and the whole ecosystem suffered. Now Edge is walking the same path, but deeper, faster, and with more system hooks than ever before. Browser Choices Alliance Open Letter is the first crack in the dam. Users are waking up, developers are waking up, and the architecture is showing limits, because when your browser becomes your operating system stops serving you, and that's the real problem. That's my rant. Like, follow, and subscribe. We'll be back. And if they keep doing it, we'll be back again and again and again. Have a good afternoon.